John Rolfe reveals despicable sales pitches used by the infamous Advanced Medical Institute. By its own assessment, the company that promises longer-lasting sex may not last much longer because of a crushing court loss that puts a check on what Australia's top consumer cop says is among the worst behaviour he's ever seen. If Amy does go under, it will be missed by few people besides those it has enriched. $130 million was taken from vulnerable men in the 2 years before the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission started legal action alleging unconscionable conduct in 2010. Got a legal question? Click on this link to get an expert answer for free. No. The Federal Court found in the ACCC's favour in April last year. And last month the full court of the Federal Court dismissed an appeal against the decision. This means only Amy doctors can make statements about the efficacy of its erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation drugs, while looking a would-be customer in the eye in person or via video link. Amy has previously said it would not be able to trade if it had to provide face-to-face consultations. For now, Amy lives on in a small office in an office tower in Bondi Junction, Sydney. Its name is not on the door. When Corp Australia visited and asked to speak to management about the court decision, a staff member refused and said, "We just want you to leave us alone." Today is the deadline for Amy to seek special leave to appeal to the High Court if it wishes to continue its fight with the ACCC. If Amy does not apply today, it will need to get a time extension. The Federal Court said, there remains a continuing need, and there remains a factual foundation, for an order restraining the appellants from advertising in a manner which has the potential to exploit the vulnerable. Because as questionable as Amy's advertising has been, it is nothing compared to the dubious claims that salespeople have made over the phone, such as without treatment prospective clients are at high risk of a stroke and prostate cancer, or their penis shrinking. Its high-pressure ploys have convinced customers ranging in age from 19 to 109 to pay $2,500 to $4,500 each for treatment. Despite there being no clinical evidence the medication works, part of the sales pitch was the promise of a refund if the oral strips were ineffective. Left out of the pitch was that this was only possible after the customer had tried all treatment options, including self-injections into the base of the penis. ACCC Chairman Rod Sims told News Corp Australia that what Amy had been doing was amongst the worst behaviour we have seen. The federal court ruling means Mr. Vaisman, he calls himself a doctor without being registered, cannot train, supervise, counsel or terminate employees, agents or contractors for 7 years. Mr. Vaisman did not respond to requests for comment. He is very sick and not living at home, said a man who answered the intercom system at Mr. Vaisman's eastern suburbs apartment. Originally published as Longer-Lasting Sex Falls Short. News.com. Our privacy policy includes important information about our collection, use and disclosure of your personal information, including to provide you with targeted content and advertising based on your online activities. It explains that if you do not provide us with information we have requested from you, we may not be able to provide you with the goods and services you require. It also explains how you can access or seek correction of your personal information, how you can complain about a breach of the Australian privacy principles and how we will deal with a complaint of that nature.